Well, first tonight, the sad news that Sir Tony Lloyd has died at the age of 73. He was a much respected Labour MP in Greater Manchester.
He was regarded as a man of principle who dedicated much of his life to public service. He first became an MP in 1983 and had represented Rochdale since 2017.
He'd also been Police and Crime Commissioner for Greater Manchester. Tributes to him are coming in tonight from all the political parties.
It was only very recently that he revealed his leukemia was untreatable. He was also one of the first people to be taken very seriously ill with COVID. We look back now on his remarkable political career.
Sir Tony Lloyd.
Sir Tony Lloyd speaking in Parliament last month.
Amongst human rights issues are
as he had done countless times over the past 4 decades.
cruel and inhuman.
A dedicated and greatly respected member of the House of Commons. Born in Greater Manchester in 1950, Lloyd went on to represent his home constituency in 1983 when he became MP for Stretford. In 1997, the seat was abolished, so he moved to Manchester Central, serving as a foreign minister in the early years of Tony Blair's government. A powerful backbencher, Lloyd became chair of the Parliamentary Labour Party in 2006. An inspiration to his successor in Manchester Central.
He showed me how to be an MP, how to do surgeries, how to go to events, how to manage your time, how to make an impact. And we joked over the years, he left huge boots for me to fill. And honestly, I've been the MP for 11 years and I still haven't filled them. I still get people saying to me, "You're not quite Tony Lloyd, are you?" And I'm not really.
After decades of hearing his constituents raise their fear of crime, Lloyd took a 5-year break from Westminster in 2012 to serve as Police and Crime Commissioner for Greater Manchester, before losing out to Andy Burnham in becoming Labour candidate for Greater Manchester Mayor. Lloyd returned to Parliament in 2017, this time as MP for Rochdale. He soon became a Shadow Secretary of State, but was forced to resign from the front bench in 2020 after being hospitalised with COVID.
Of course I'm here because of the skill and care and willingness of people across the health service, not just the doctors, but everybody, to be moving forward, prepared to look after me at a time when I was probably dangerous to them.
In recent years, Lloyd was receiving treatment for blood cancer and only last week announced it had developed into an aggressive and untreatable form of leukemia. His family say he died peacefully this morning and paid tribute to him, saying he was working until a few days before his death as his passion was helping others. He devoted his life to serving and making a difference to the lives of those he met, including his constituents, colleagues, friends and family. They say they're devastated, but that his was a life well lived. Well, it's fair to say that Westminster is in shock tonight at the sad news of Sir Tony Lloyd's death, not least because of the timing of all this. It was only last week, as you heard there, that he announced that he was coming out of hospital to spend his remaining time with his family. Mr. Lloyd was almost universally respected in this place, no matter what your political persuasion. The Prime Minister has paid tribute this evening, saying that his thoughts are with Tony Lloyd's family and the people of Manchester, who he was devoted to throughout his life. Lindsay Hoyle, the Speaker of the House of Commons, described the passing as a tragedy, while his deputy, Nigel Evans, the Conservative MP in Lancashire, gave us his reaction a short time ago.
He was a rarity in politics. You hear the word trust, decency, honest, whenever you associate all of those emotions with Tony Lloyd. And I just think he was genuinely liked by everybody. He wasn't a soft touch. He was a caring man, and people genuinely liked him. Different politics to me, but we never ever fell out, and I've known him for over 30 years.
And those sentiments echoed right around Westminster, and certainly as a journalist in this job, when we speak to MPs, Tony Lloyd was someone who was always available at the other end of a phone, and he was that way for a lot of his constituents too. And we spoke to one of them earlier, Mohammed Shafiq.
I would argue that Tony is what you saw in public is what you saw in private. He was a very charming, committed, passionate individual. And what you saw on TV, you saw that passion come out and that commitment to his causes, you know, the labour movement, the trade unions, race equality. I mean, he was always ahead of time, and he was an ever-presence in our lives here in Greater Manchester, and he's going to be really missed.
Well, as we've said, very sad news here tonight, and we can expect to hear many more tributes in the coming hours and days.
Absolutely, Andrew, thank you for that. Always an absolute joy to interview him, and our condolences tonight to his family.